Ah, verification. This is what separates the men from the boys, the fool from his money. Would you settle for this is what separates data entry software from mere database software or mere word processing software, and what assures fantastic accuracy? Once a batch of work is keyed, a second operator rekeys the same data. The fields appear to be blank, as if no data is present. A comparison is made between each character the verifier keys with its counterpart already present in the batch. As long as the characters match, the verifier keeps on keying the data. If the verifier keys a character that doesn't match, an error tone sounds and the keyboard locks. The verifier has the option of trying again or deciding the entry operator made a mistake and correcting what is in the batch. The neat part is the programmer can specify exactly how much verification is to be done. That's done with the verify checkbox edits. K means key verify and is the default for all fields. Key verify means the verify operator has to key all the data in this field just as the operator did. S means skip. Don't verify this field at all. It's either not very critical or other edits nail it down so well that verification isn't necessary. Even if a field is set to be skipped instead of verified, an operator can still turn auto off to make corrections in that field. E means this field isn't verified, but it is entered. However, the verifier's keystrokes are entered into the field just as if he were keying the data. No comparison is made with what's already there. C is for conditional verify. It's used on numeric, right-justified, zero-filled fields only, and it's used in conjunction with the batch balance and accumulator checkbox edits here. If you have a good keyer and totals for numeric fields in a batch, conditional verification can save keystrokes by automatically turning off verification of the numeric fields when the keying is in balance. The procedure for doing this is in a lesson of its own. V means visual verify. The cursor stops at the beginning of the field, and the contents of the field are displayed. The operator looks at the field, and if it is correct, he presses field release to exit to the next field to be verified. If the field has an error, the operator does a field correct and rekeys the data. Only field release will get you out of a visual verify field or doing a field correct to change the data. R means release the record. No other verification is to be done. It's supposed to be a bit faster to use R instead of using skip on the rest of the fields in a record format. Also, using R means an operator cannot get to the rest of the fields, even if he turns auto off. Release the record means release the record, period. Re-Verify covers the case when the verifier makes a correction to a field. You would like to be certain that the correction the verifier made was entered correctly. So setting Re-Verify to Y means that when the verifier corrects a field, he must also key his correction a second time to be sure it matches. Those of you who are internet savvy know that when you choose a password on an internet site, they request you to key it a second time. And they're really hoping you key it the same way twice. If not, they ask you to key it again so they know what you really want your password to be. This is the same situation. The P choice is something DMAC added at the request of a customer. It stands for partial re-verify. This is useful if you happen to be doing a lot of text keying. For example, legal briefs or bill of material explosions with long part number descriptions. These fields are usually 80 characters in length because the length fills a line on the screen. Setting Re-Verify to partial means that if you make a correction on, say, the 78th character of one of these lines, then you only have to re-verify the last 3 characters. You've already agreed with the rest of them. The items under Update mode are identical to the items under Verification. You can key verify, not verify at all, enter a field, conditional verify, visual verify, and of course release the record. Update mode is a special case of data entry. It's used most often if a piece of information has to be added to a record format after lots of records have been keyed. The programmer moves the already keyed data to a new job that has the missing field, but of course there's no data in it. The programmer codes these fields in this checkbox edit so that data that was already keyed is skipped and the added field is coded with E for enter. When a keyer uses Update mode, the cursor jumps to the new field only and the missing data is entered. The default for these 3 items are K for the verify, Y for the re-verify, and S for the update mode. We'll not change these defaults in our play format yet. We'll probably do so when we've learned a few more checkbox edits. We don't have to look at our list of items to fix to realize that verification wasn't one of the things we had considered yet.